A couple weeks ago, I put out a video talking about the life cycle of the Jeff main. However, it looks like I was a little bit premature. In that video, I said that Jeff doesn't really have a life cycle. He has more of an upwards trend of becoming more and more toxic as you get better at playing him. And he plays more like a dive DPS. But alas, it looks like Jeff has entered a new era. The death of Jeff. Oh boy. 2 negative videos in a row? Well, at least I'm beating the Marvel Rivals shill allegations. Might have to kiss any chance of getting into those sweet early test servers away. If you look online, you'll see a bunch of people rejoicing at Jeff becoming more of a main healer and getting nerfed into the ground. But I can't really help but think that it just doesn't really fit him. Part of what makes Jeff so much fun is that chaotic nature of his and how impulsive his playstyle is. It really feeds into the rest of his kit, and kind of how he was designed in the first place. In other parts of the Rivals community, you'll see Jeff mains everywhere, devastated by the news.
I was told by one of the devs, just wait and play the update. The knockback feels great, and I'm like, it does. The knockback's very satisfying, but Jeff feels like shit. Like, he's so shit. The character I specifically challenged myself to play all season feels like ass, man.
Chad, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this one right now. I'm happy. I'm happy. Wait, tickle them. New tickle monster added in the game. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry. This feels like total shit. I hate it. I actually hate it, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Go in there. Okay, maybe I'm not playing him the right way. It might be my fault, Chad. Let's try again.
You've done it now, devs. How dare you mess with my favorite content creator, Luke. Look at me, buddy. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it out okay. Oh god, we're gonna have to deal with Jeff and Thor refugees now trying to swim to find another main. And then we have the last category of rival players. The healer mains who are just happy to sit on Jeff and spam his left click into a group of allies, spraying away all their fears and anxieties without a care in the world. And honestly, if you enjoy playing Jeff now, then all power to you. Now I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Okay, but to be real, I really feel bad for people who main Jeff before and now have to shift their entire playstyle or find a character to main or another one that they enjoy. And I promise this will be the last complaining video for a while, but I really do think they overcorrected with Jeff a bit here. Even if they just gave him a small nerf to his damage, then it would really help pull back the character to being a little bit more focused on healing. Maybe they could have just buffed the healing on him and then nerfed a little bit of the damage, and it would have kind of balanced out a little bit better for what they're going for. But now they've completely destroyed how he's played and completely shifted it around. And honestly, if you're enjoying playing Jeff this season, let me know why. Please, I'd really actually be curious to know like how you're playing, why you enjoy it, and just whatever opinions you have on that. So I feel like I'm going crazy here. I tried him out and I wasn't really a fan of it, so I swapped over to Ultron and I had an absolute blast. I think my problem is, why even pick Jeff now? He doesn't really fit any playstyle gaps, and if you really want to get a similar playstyle, you are forced to play a hard dive character. I don't even feel like Jeff was even a problem in ranked. Throughout Grandmaster and Celestial, there was maybe 2 or 3 Jeff mains that I can actually remember who absolutely rolled me. It's not like in Season 0, when I saw a Hawkeye and prepared to just get my teeth absolutely kicked in. Again, this kind of harbors back to my previous statements about how Marvel Rivals kind of focusing on a bit more of balancing the ends and cleaning up parts of the chaos and trying to make the game more formulaic and balanced. If you didn't see my previous video, give it a watch and you'll see more of what I'm talking about. Just the short of it though. Basically, we're seeing this trend of pulling back characters to fit into what the meta is being centered around. If the rival devs want to push out a more poke-heavy meta, they pull back dive characters and buff the hell out of poke characters. A lot of heroes end up in the crossfires where they lose pieces of their identity and their kit, and we saw this with Thor, now Jeff, and Rocket to a much lesser extent. His left click now does damage as well as healing, which honestly I think is a great change. Just having that little bit of damage really helps your teammates secure kills, and opens up the doors for Jeff mains to be more flexible with how they want to play. I mean, this might also encourage Jeff mains to actually be the main healer if they need to. The next change is limiting the time that Jeff can remain under the ground swimming around. And honestly, I'm not super mad at this because it can add an element of skill and at least make Jeffs easier to kill. This is is one of those changes that I'm a little bit mid on, because if you've ever tried to kill Jeff while he's under the ground, it's a pain in the ass. And a good Jeff main would now have to be more selective about how far they can actually dive in. But at the same time, it limits a lot of Jeff's playstyles, and again, I don't think he was really a crazy meta pick. There were just a couple of really cracked Jeff mains out there, and they were much better at abusing his tech. Now for the really bad change. A limit to Jeff's right click. Yep.
Aqua Burst to a charge ability? Max free charges, free second per charge? What?
You get 3 shots and then you gotta wait for them to recharge. Honestly, I think this change feels very clunky, and it was so bad that while the devs were showing off their Jeff changes, they had to stop shooting him because he was about to get rolled. I remember watching this and comparing it to the Black Widow trailer.
Target neutralized. The Widow's bite is lethal. Hit them till they don't get up.
Where she's absolutely wrecking, but then you look at her in-game and she's inarguably one of the worst and least picked characters. Now, I understand Jeff was crazy annoying in Season 0, and holy crap, this guy caught so much flack. I have a whole folder of screenshots called Jeff Slander. I'm working on the video, okay, I'll get it out someday. And I know some people are going to watch this and complain about me complaining, but I just want you to take a hard look in the mirror, alright? And think about if your favorite character was changed in such a drastic way. Would you want people to talk about it and maybe get an appeal in some way, maybe a rework that could make both parties happy? Or just scream into the void while everybody ignores you? Again, I love Marvel Rivals, and I'm going to play this game probably forever. And I realize the devs are humans, they make mistakes, and they want to experiment with new things, make characters different, and I really do think they are listening to our feedback. In fact, they've proven time and time again that they are listening to our feedback. If they make a change that we don't like, we have to very civilly and very respectfully express how we feel. We have to show them the same respect that they've given the community so far. And at the end of the day, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these changes will actually turn out to be better. We will just have to wait and see. Anyways, thank you so much for letting me ramble on. Just, can someone check on Luke? Man, I hope he's alright. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.